The next question is, when in the process can I start planning my decor and getting vendor info?
That's really
Well,
fair.
yeah, the as far as like the catalogs and the vendor info, you will get that initially, like once your planner is assigned, you can get a lot of that information. But Rachel, like you said, you things didn't get active till closer to the wedding. You just sort of went through what you liked, asked for certain things, or do you want to speak on that as far as the
Yeah.
timeline?
I actually thought they give you the catalogs, and the catalogs would be like a PDF for photography package options. And this is at the, Zilara Cap Cana specifically. You can see flower options, inspiration for flowers. You can see what else is there? Food options. You kind of get all of those catalogs grouped together as soon as you book, as soon as you have your wedding coordinator you're assigned to. What I found, and I didn't know it would go like this, that helped me is I already knew the type of flowers I wanted. I went on Pinterest, I made a mood board, saved like 10 pictures of things I liked. I gave it to their floral department and they executed that seamlessly. So I actually had a lot of my stuff already planned out by the end of June. Once I met with them in person, which it doesn't have to be an in-person meeting. Like I said, I told them what I wanted. 3 days later, I got a quote and I signed off on it. That's because I already knew what I wanted. I don't think any of that needs to be done until like 70 to 80 days before the wedding, which really would have been like October. I just knew what I wanted. I knew I was going to be busy at work. So I kind of got all that done. And then all I had to wait on from July 1st through October was what guests were going to show up. So what that changed was if I was going to have 50 guests, I had a different option of where I could get married on the property, but I ended up having 100, so I already knew where I was going to get married. So as far as like picking decor, if you know what you want, you can kind of get that done as soon as you tell them and get your quotes and sign off on it. You don't have to wait. And I knew my food. I mean, I knew what food I wanted by like September. I mean, there was just so many things that I wasn't picky about that I just kind of like got over with. The things that took a little bit longer and were more like last minute in that last month or so was like the DJ, my music set list, the seating chart, things like that. But as far as the resort vendors go, I mean, as soon as you know it and you get the quote from them and you're okay with it, you can kind of sign off on it as early as you want.
Yeah, and I do like this resort. And then Ellen, I know we have to keep going. Not every resort assigns your planner initially. So you might sign your wedding contract, and some brands you're not assigned a wedding planner until closer to your event, like right around 7 to 5 months prior. So that can be a little stressful for brides who want to start that communication. So I sort of have a different route we go with those brands, but I do like this. Where you're going to get your planner assigned right away. You're going to get your catalogs. You can start collecting information, your pictures and all that. And like Rachel said, bullet point out and just go through your, one email instead of 15 emails to them. Get as much information up front, bullet point it out. And then it just makes it go smoother. And you may not talk to your planner for then 2 or 3 months if you don't have, if you get some things finalized, there's nothing to panic about. It's just there's nothing to do for a little bit.
The more organized you are, and I'm assuming this goes for any all-inclusive resort, the easier it's going to be. If you don't know what you want, which is kind of how I started out in the very beginning, look at other weddings. Like it doesn't have to be just Pinterest. Look at other weddings at that resort. Like I saw things in the pictures you posted tonight of other brides and I was like, oh, I wish I would have thought of that. And like I was okay with not having the most unique wedding in the world. I wanted to just see things I liked and pick and choose those and spend my worries on other things that I knew that guests would never remember anyway.
Yeah.
So I think being organized was definitely going into this and knowing a little bit of what I wanted made it much easier. I wasn't waiting on them to show me options of flowers. I knew I wanted colorful tropical flowers. So that was, like a one and done. I knew the food I wanted because I asked other brides that got married there. There was just certain things that did move really fast. And the other thing I wanted to say on the end of that, Andrea, was the wedding department at the Hyatt Zilara Cap Cana is 5-star A+.